are here with Nikhil, the head of ecosystem products at Solana Foundation. How are you today?
Great. It's awesome to be here in Dubai.
Are you enjoying the conference so far?
Yeah, it's been a fascinating morning. I've heard a lot of really interesting talks from creators and from my colleagues, Akshay and Tanmay. So it's been a wonderful time so far.
So Solana Foundation is a partner of Nas company, correct?
That's correct.
So why did you guys decide to partner with them?
Yeah, I think we're seeing an explosion of creativity in the way that creators are using Solana and blockchains in general to reimagine their relationship with their audiences and their communities. And they're reimagining business models that are only possible on blockchain technologies. So we wanted to be here to hear directly from creators about what are the most important issues that they're facing. We've heard a lot today about the sort of treadmill that they feel like they're on when trying to produce content every day on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, etc., and still not really seeing the value for all the work that they're putting in, nor the direct relationship with their audiences and followers. So we think there are great solutions on Solana to help fix some of these problems, and we want to talk to creators about this.
And why should creators care at all about blockchain?
They should care because of really two initial concepts. One, blockchains allow you to cut out the middlemen, in this case, platforms like an Instagram, and have a direct relationship with your communities. And the second is creators can capture way more of the value that they're creating directly on the blockchain rather than paying huge fees to platforms like the ones that they're used to using today.
Instagram, Meta, well, that's the same thing.
TikTok.
Facebook, TikTok, yeah, Snapchat. Okay. Yeah, I guess that was the original ethos of blockchain and of NFTs and being able to just own products and what you create, right?
Yeah, anytime you create an NFT, as soon as you transfer it, that transfer is like a link. It's like a relationship between you and the holder of that thing. So you can kind of think about you are creating a social graph. The way that Meta created a social graph with Facebook, but instead of Facebook owning all of that data in their private database, when you've created an NFT and transferred it, that link, that relationship is yours, and it's on a public shareable database that nobody controls.
And I know that there's one project in particular that's doing pretty well this past week, Mad Labs.
Mad Lads, yeah.
Yes, Mad Lads. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Sure, yeah. Mad Lads is a project created by the team behind Backpack and XNFTs. It's also, for the Solana OGs here, it's the team behind the Anchor IDL, which is like 4 developers. It's 4 people writing smart contracts on Solana. So this is a team that has sort of earned their stripes. Everybody has a lot of respect for these builders, Armani, Tristan, and the team at Backpack. And so Mad Lads is not only a PFP project, not only an NFT community, but it's the outgrowth of a real product-oriented, engineering-oriented company here in Backpack. So I think we're all rooting for their success. You're seeing teams across the ecosystem and even teams, from the Ethereum side of the world cheering them on because they're great builders, they're great people, and we're all excited that they're bringing, some new energy into the ecosystem.
And do you think we're moving past beyond the PFP projects, and I think we're leaning more into this like membership club idea?
Yeah, I think membership is another evolution of what is possible when you have NFTs as like the atomic unit binding people together. So PFPs are cool in that they allow people sort of to express their identity.
It's like a status symbol a little bit. Yeah.
An expression of identity, a way to signal something to the world. Okay, fine, that's a good starting place. But we're seeing people organize into sub-communities that go and produce, right? So, turning consumers into producers, communities into co-creation groups, like this is the path that we're going on now. There's another community called Claynosaurs on Solana that's also been getting a lot of attention. The Claynosaurs, they're a group of former Pixar and Disney animators. They've created really amazing animated dinosaurs as though kind of the initial artwork, but we're also seeing them evolve into this collective of animators who are creating IP that could turn into the next great, web series, Netflix show, etc. So I think this is a pivotal year where we're seeing a lot of these folks who have organized successfully start turning that into the next round of applications, games, content, etc.
Movies, TV shows.
Without this central company gatekeeping all of it. Instead,
Hollywood.
Right.
Okay, that's so interesting. And is there anything else that maybe you're particularly excited about when it comes to, could be the Solana Foundation, could be just the ecosystem, the market in general, or any other technology that you've been following?
Yeah, so there's 3 things I'll touch on quickly, right? The first, most related to the NFT side of house, Solana just shipped something called state compression, and compressed NFTs are the first product that people are really leaning into here. I'll give you the TLDR. People can Google this. TLDR is it drops the cost of creating NFTs on Solana, which is already cheap, by 26,000x. A million NFTs only cost 5 SOL to create.
Is this on every marketplace that lists
This
Solana?
is a primitive on Solana. A million NFTs cost 5 SOL to create. That's like $100. So this just changes the way that people can think about what NFTs can be used for.
Yeah, Solana was already on the cheaper side compared, yeah.
And now it's basically allowing people to totally reimagine how to use NFTs. And use NFTs like email now, and it's actually cheaper than using
NFTs like email. I like that line.
So that's one. All right. A second is got the Saga.
Hardware.
Right? So the Solana mobile phone, the Saga is out. You can go to solanamobile.com to order yours. It's a state-of-the-art Android phone, and the real innovation is it's like a functioning hardware wallet. You can store your seed phrase in the secure element on the phone, and it massively improves the user experience of crypto on mobile. So go check that out.
Has this phone replaced any other mobile device that you have?
I've got my iPhone over here and my Saga here, and I think for all crypto uses, I want to use the Saga.
For security reasons?
Yeah, for security reasons, and because it's just a better user experience, right? So, that I think that's that's a huge step up in what we're used to in mobile.
What about Ledger?
I have a Ledger
you have a Ledger too? Okay.
But this is like having a Ledger as part of your phone, right? So you get the security of the Ledger, you get the functionality of your mobile phone, and with things like mobile wallet adapter on Solana, it means you could go to websites where you'd have like Connect Wallet and then have to do this whole dance of shifting between all these different apps to actually use it, or loading your app inside of a wallet, right? Like you probably used to doing that.
Streamlines
You can use biometrics to sign transactions. So that's the second thing, right? The third thing that I'm really excited about is we're seeing an explosion of token incentivized networks migrating to Solana. So what does that even mean? You've heard of Helium? Helium just got rid of their L1 and migrated entirely to Solana. The Render network, which is basically allowing for distributed GPU usage, they migrated to Solana. And there's a Solana native project called HiveMapper that I think is really cool. Google Maps is the most expensive API on the internet, and tons of applications need to hit Google Maps' API to bring in location data into their app. HiveMapper has built a dash cam anybody can install in their car. You go drive around, collect mapping data, feed it back to Solana, right, through HiveMapper's protocol, and get rewarded for your contributions in Honey token. And HiveMapper's putting an API together that you could use in addition to or instead of Google Maps. And every time somebody uses your contribution in the API, you get rewarded even more.
So how does it actually map out your locations? Because I know Google Maps, they have like little cars with like satellites and everything.
So HiveMapper's turning all of our cars into the Google fleet, right? So now the maps are getting updated much more quickly, right? And the data is not owned by Google, it's owned by the network. It's owned by the participants. This is the beauty of Web3, right? It's going away from platforms that control all of our data and tell us how they're going to use it and decide what they're going to pay us in little, pennies on the dollar, to building user-owned networks like HiveMapper, or like the networks that creators here are going to create for their communities. So I think we're seeing that shift to user-owned, user-controlled networks instead of these central behemoths owning our lives. So
No,
we're
that's
excited about all
that's what we want, right? More user-controlled content and products. All right, I love
users
it.
turning into producers and creators.
Love
That's the beauty here. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Nikhil, for your time.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.